You're tuned to the fastest hour in radio on JFK. It's the Ron and Fez Show. John Kerry may not accept the Democratic nomination.
Thank God. Oh, this is good. All right, now who can we get? Who can get out there and win this thing? Any way to move McCain across the aisle?
It's not wide open. He's just going to wait till well after the convention to accept it. That way he can keep spending money. He's not going to get limited on his spending.
Well, that's great. So you have a convention. You walk out there, you say nothing, you wave, and just say, I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
That's got to be, and when you have the big acceptance speech right before they drop the balloons, he's going to really have to be tiptoeing around the topic so he doesn't, accidentally say, I accept.
I think he will accept. I think this was just a little trial thing, and nobody likes the idea of it. I'm sorry you couldn't raise enough money or as much money as you wanted to, but this is the convention. It's your job to go out there and tell us now. We've waited. Do you accept or not?
There's nothing left to the convention if this happens because they don't name the running mate at the convention anymore. That happens well before. Now, if you take out the acceptance speech, then there's just not a lot left other than the ketchup lady talking to everybody.
Yeah, I honestly think they were going to throw the idea out there, and everybody just kind of went, I don't know. It doesn't feel good. I got to tell you the truth. It doesn't feel good.
And then, people like that because then they get to drop the balloons afterwards.
I think they would drop the balloons either way. I don't think that they would not have balloons. But the whole thing, I understand his point. Hey, the other guy's got a lot more money than me. What's the hurry? But, this thing is going to go on TV for 4 days. 4 days that can't just be, it's got to be the political process. It can't be a pep rally for 4 days and you keep going on raising money.
Ahmed Shalabeh was telling every Sunday morning news show that would listen that he wants a chance to talk to Congress about the CIA raid on his office and allegations that he's been feeding information to Iran.
Yeah, we'll do a little backstory here. This is the guy who we propped up. He was going to be our go-to guy in Iraq. We're giving him $300,000 a month. Everything's going to be great for us. The next thing we know on television, of course, nobody loved us in Iraq the way he told us all the time. Oh, they're going to go wild. We're going to be pumping oil. Everything's going to go great. So, of course, everything that he seems to have told us was bogus. The next thing we know, they're kicking at his door and pulling out his computers, and now he's on TV saying, I want the opportunity to sit down and address Congress. Who are you? How did all this happen?
Yeah. On Newsweek, the headline is "Our Con Man in Iraq."
Who ordered the fact to go and bust this place? This is what I don't understand.
I guess what happened, I think, was people that were working with Shalabeh here were accused of stealing money that Saddam had already stolen from the people.
Right. I saw Three Kings. It's a great movie. I got it. I understand. There's blocks of gold in the desert. Grab them. Make some money for yourself.
So I think besides the Iran thing of giving information to Iran, I think there was also connections there to Shalabeh. And they went in trying to get records to bust these other guys who they had taken in.
And supposedly this guy has also been making some anti-American speeches in the street.
Hey!
When we're giving somebody $300,000 a month, don't badmouth this.
What are we paying for if we can't even get some nice talk out?
All right, the big question, Fez, is do we let him go in and talk to Congress?
I would let him go talk to Congress. I would talk to anybody in the middle of this mess.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Everybody else gets to go in and talk to Congress. What's the big difference? Yeah, sure, we already have people set up. Come in and say your piece. But I don't know, I can't understand if he's saying the administration turned on him, that the CIA has turned on the administration. I cannot follow this cluster story.
Yeah, I think he's saying that the administration has turned on him because he's most likely not going to get that Saddam job that he wanted after June 30th.
Well, he deserved it. He's done such a great job over there.
Where he was going to be the man in Iraq.
He's suddenly living like it's lifestyles of the rich and famous, and we don't have a country.
Now, he gives the CIA, before this all even starts, he gives the CIA names of the defectors that will tell the CIA, yes, there's weapons of mass destruction everywhere. Yes, I'm a former scientist. I've been developing weapons. And then this guy says, hey, I just gave him the guys. It's not up to me to prove there's weapons.
Yeah.
All I did was give him the guys that would talk.
And what are you doing with that 300 G's a month? What are your expenses? Yeah, come on in and talk to Congress. See, I think this is his bluff, that if you don't do things my way, I'm going to go in and I'm going to spill my guts. Because he's on every Sunday morning program.
Yeah, and with that amount of money going out a month, yes, he should talk to Congress, because right now they want to know, what are we paying for? Where is all the money going? And that would be a really nice place to start.
Who hired you? Who was the one who said, yeah, you're the go-to guy, you crazy mutt?
Representative Peter King in New York said Senate Republicans are undercutting the president politically by being so downcast over the Iraqi prison scandal. Wouldn't it be worse if they were happy about the Iraqi prison scandal?
Yeah, they want everybody to act like Hannity and Rush, like everything's going good. But a normal person, a human being, if you have any touch of depression in your makeup, now would be the time for it. You voted for this. You thought it was going great. You had a mission accomplished sticker hanging up in the air, and now nothing is working out. And, of course, you're one of the people that has to run for re-election. Yeah, I would feel a little down right now.
The more pictures, more videos came out last Friday. The Iraqi prisoner who was getting a mud bath and then doing the Silence of the Lamb tucking thing.
Hey, believe me, I mean, my chick went to a place we paid for a mud bath, so I wouldn't worry about that. I thought that one looked relaxing, and it pulls all the toxins out of the body. I'm saying he's doing okay. I mean, you're sitting out there in the desert, and you got a mud bath. In half an hour, your skin's going to feel like a baby's butt. Trust me on this one, Fezzy.
Not with that mud, it's not. That's just gross. Tim Russert has been subpoenaed by the Justice Department in the investigation into who leaked the name of a covert CIA operative.
I would investigate him more for this, trying to put out a book, good stuff about my dad. Why does he think people in America want to read about what a great guy his dad is? Maybe if your dad was Ronald Reagan, yeah, we'd sit down and read your stupid book. If your dad was one of the Beatles, sure, I'll read your book. Your dad's a guy we never even heard of before, Tim. Why should we sit around and read this?
The rest of us just get a Hallmark card and just read that. Read that about our own fathers.
I like Tim's attitude, though. They said, we're going to call you in, find out about this. He goes, bang, put me in jail. I give him nothing. Ping, pal, you saw his eye. Fezzy was out to here. He's not going to say a word.
I don't even know how Pumpkinhead got dragged into this thing, because this was Robert Novak, right?
Yeah, but apparently he was at a party, Novak shooting off his mouth, all kinds of crazy, inside beltway drinking going on every week. Everybody knows everything. Then they all get on TV and act like they don't.
Except Congress and the public. That's the only people that don't know around here.
Now, do you think he should have to talk, Fez?
No, he shouldn't have to reveal his sources. No, that's part of the journalistic thing. That's part of his deal as a journalist.
Should he do time, though? Because don't act like they've never slapped journalists in jail before.
If he's up for it, yeah, he should do time.
And you don't even mind that, national security comes part of this? You still think a journalist is more towards his sources than let's suppose a journalist comes out and says, okay, some of my sources say that there's going to be a bomb going off in mid-June at a very large city in America, and that's all I can say right now. You don't think that guy should be neck slapped and thrown into a mud bath?
I mean, in that circumstance, it seems like yes.
It's the same circumstance. Who's giving away CIA agents' names?
But with this, we wouldn't have even known this happened unless a journalist came through with an unnamed source. We wouldn't even know that this is happening to CIA agents.
The same thing with the terrorists. That would be the same exact thing. You would have some kind of information. But in this case, national security is at risk on this. This is a huge case. It's a gigantic case. We can't have people going out and going, yeah, and by the way, she's a CIA agent. Get her. And that's what happened here. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.